Hey guys, well, welcome to another year of the Big Project. And if this is your first year of the Big Project, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Well, my name is Mr. Young, and I was the first teacher to do big projects, and I did big projects by myself for a while. If you've seen those faces, all the funny faces that are hanging when you're walking to the cafeteria, and they're all hanging on the wall across from the teacher workroom, that was a big project I did just with my class. And then for the last several years, I've been working with Miss Wagner's class and Miss Taylor's class. And then last year I worked with Miss Newman's class on big projects. And one of them you can see right over by the doors to the cafeteria. You can see these images of plants growing on the Sandia Mountains. That's a big project we did. And then if you look by the front door of the school, you can see these images right here of things that grow by the river and animals that live by the river and kids from our school. That was another one of the big projects. And now we're starting a new big project. The theme of this year's big project is big words. This project is going to be all about big words. We're going to study words. We're going to study 3 artists who make art out of words. And then you're going to make art out of words, just like those 3 artists did. And then for our final project, our big project, each of you is going to pick a new word that you don't know yet. A big word. Some big word to add to your vocabulary that you don't know yet. And you're going to learn that word, and you're going to design a banner as big as me, with that word on it and cool designs all around the word so it looks really neat. And we're going to print those banners on this cool material that will blow in the wind and that we can hang in the courtyard. And we're going to hang all those banners in the courtyard of our school outside for everyone to see. And there's about 200 kids working on this project this year, so there's going to be 200 banners all out in the courtyard together. It's going to look pretty fabulous. It's going to look awesome. But that's not till spring. We got things to do before we get to that. The first thing we need to do is we need to study artists who make art out of words. And the first artist we're going to study is this guy right here. His name is Adam Pendleton, and he likes to make art that has words in it. Here's an example of his work. So this first one here, they're a little hard to see, but if you look closely, you can see it's got words in it. And he picks words that he thinks are interesting or cool, or words that'll make you think about something. And he paints them in a style that almost looks maybe a little spray painted, maybe a little bit like graffiti. But he's painting them in art galleries. He's painting them on canvases. He's painting them for people to buy as art. Here's another example of his work. This is actually several pieces all together. So there's several small pieces that he made, again, using words. Here's another piece that he did where he's actually putting words on words. He's made a word, it looks like it might be the word we, and he's got words on the words, as if he maybe had painted all those words on something and then cut out giant words on it. So it's words with words. Here's another piece of his. It looks like it's kind of the same thing repeating over and over. I can see not, are, and then we, not, are. It all looks like it's we are not, or not are we, or we not are. We are not certainly would make sense. But it definitely makes you think. People would look at this and they think, what's he trying to say? He's trying to make people notice these words and think. Because we've got words all around us. There's words in our books. There's words on the walls. There's words all over the internet when you're on your computer. There's words all over the city when you're driving around. But by putting words on art, it makes people kind of think a little more about them. Here's another example of his work. It's just a couple of words on this one. I see what is, maybe it's the, or that, or this. All of those would make sense. Kind of makes me wonder, what is he trying to say? So, what we're going to do is we're going to make art like this. You are going to make an unusual sort of poem out of words. And you're going to cut out those words and glue it down on a piece of paper, and then your teacher's going to send it to me, and I'm going to print your poem on a big poster so it looks kind of like his stuff. So it looks kind of like it was painted on the poster, kind of cool looking, and we're going to hang those posters all over the hallways of our school. It's going to be 200 posters. It's going to be a lot of posters. It's going to look really cool. So the way we're going to do this is you're going to get Have you ever heard of magnetic poetry? Sometimes people have this. They have little words on magnets and they put them on their refrigerator or they put them on a magnetic board and they move the words around to make them say different things. Well, we're kind of going to do that. You're going to get a piece of paper that looks like this. And just this one piece of paper and just these words. These are the only words you can use. You can't use any other words. You're not going to be able to write any words. You have to use the words on this piece of paper. You're going to take the words on this piece of paper, you're going to cut them out, or maybe your teacher will cut them out. Teachers, this is a good time for me to remind you, you can change what this looks like. All I need is I need the piece of paper with the student's final poem glued down onto it and the student's name on it. Very important. Their name and their words cut out and glued down. However you want to do it, small groups, all together. If you want to use only some of the words, however you want to make it work, change it for your class to make it work. All I need are the finished pieces on a little half piece of paper, which I gave you, and their name on it. Very important. You just stick them in my box when they're done or bring them by my classroom when they're done, and I can make the posters from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to to a desk in my classroom. I'm here in my classroom. I know it looks like I'm in the hallway in front of that art. I'm not. I took it down. It's in my classroom. And I'm sitting on the floor in front of it. So I'm going to switch to a desk so you can see how I make a poem out of this poetry page. All right, so here I am, and I've got the things you need. I've got a glue stick, I've got a half piece of paper with nothing on it, and I've got the words. And remember, these are the only words you can use. Now, your teacher might change it. They might decide to do it differently, but this is how I'm going to do it with my class. So the first thing I need to do is I need to cut out the words. So I'm going to cut out the words. Might take a little while, but I'm going to speed up the camera so you can see it done at high speed. So it's kind of cool. Okay, well, there they are. I've cut out all the words, and that took a long time, and I've arranged them all here. Now, if you're like, oh my gosh, that's so many words, you're not going to use all these words. Really, I don't want you to use all these words. Like, no more than 10. Keep it short. We want it to be a short poem. So the way to do this is just to sort of like, just try some stuff out. Like, you don't have, this isn't a lot of words. It seems like a lot of words, but English has like 100,000 words. And this is not nearly 100,000 words. And some of them aren't even words. Like you could see here, right here, this is just an S. Like this is like if you want to change like hat to hats, then you could put the S on it to make hats, right? Or if you, there's an ED ending out here somewhere, it's just ED right here, ED. And so that would be like if you wanted to say let's whisper, and you want to change it to whispered, you could do it like that. So not all of them are even words. And there's a couple of doubles. There's more than one S. There's a few I's, like I want or something like that. So what I do usually is I just start putting stuff together and seeing how it's like mountain toy. Mountain toy. That's kind of interesting. It makes like have a toy mountain. Castle. Castle balloon. It sounds like a list of toys. Mountain, toy. Or maybe I put toy here. Toy, mountain, castle, balloon. Like those are all the toys I have. And I'm going to go on an adventure with them. Mountain, toy, mountain, castle, balloon, adventure. Now that makes me think of fun. I don't know if fun is here. Fun might not be one of these words. So I have to find something else. Let's see. I like. I want to say I like, but maybe there's not an it. I was going to say I like it, but there might not be an it. So I might have to put something else. Toy, mountain, castle, balloon, adventure. I like. I might not be able to find something that suits this. Oh, here we go. I like that. Boom. Toy, mountain, castle, balloon, adventure. I like that. That's fine. That's all you need. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 words. That's good. Let me try a different one. Because I don't want people to be like, oh, I'm going to write about a toy mountain castle adventure. Don't copy me. And teachers, remember, if you want to do this, like if you want groups of 5 to work together on it, if you're like, say, whatever's easier for your students, if you're like, ooh, I don't know if this will work for my kiddos, change it if you need to, as long as I get my little papers with poems on them. So let me try something. Oh, there's fun. There's fun. It's fun to do that. Whisper fun. Let me see what that means. Let me see if there's any others that go with sound. Whisper fun, she said. Said goes with sound, noise. Let's see. Whisper fun, she said. She said, I understand. That would be fun. Whisper fun, she said. I understand. Whisper fun, she said. I understood when let's see, when I understand, I remember. I know I have another I. There's another I, and I saw remember somewhere. There it is. I understand, I remember. There you go. Whisper fun, she said. I understand, I remember. I like that. I like that one a lot. I'm going to stick that one right over here. Maybe I'll think of something better, but maybe I won't. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. What's another one? Truth box. That's a funny one. What is a truth box? I don't know. But that's one of the fun things about doing this is you come up with these sets of words that are like truth box. What's a truth box? It looks like there's kind of glowing happening on my stuff. I want to make sure you guys can see it okay. Okay, truth box. Interesting. Truth box. Okay, let's see. I can imagine put for putting things in a box, but maybe in isn't here. Maybe I can't use in. Let me see. Put the truth box. Put the hat down. Why? I don't know. Truth box. Put the hat down. Sing yes. Sing yes. I like that one too. Truth box. Put the hat down. Sing yes. Oh, I like that one too. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I want to keep that one too. Let me make another one over here, and then I'll pick my favorite. Let's see. Wishing. Let's start with wishing. Wishing. There's another ing. Maybe I can have another ing. Let me make it weird. Rainbowing. Rainbowing? What is that? I don't know, but it sounds super cool. Wishing, rainbowing. No, I've already done an I one. I've done 2 I ones. No, I've just done 1 I one. Wishing, rainbowing. I think I saw dance somewhere. I'm going to say toy tiger dance. Why? Because I think it sounds cool. That's what this is about. It doesn't have to necessarily totally make sense if you like how it sounds to you. And other people will read yours and think of something different. I thought I saw dance, but maybe I'm wrong. And, it's hard to look at all of these because I didn't think fun was in here, and then it turned out to be in here. But I don't see dance. If you see dance, shout out. Why are you shouting out? I can't hear you. Okay, let's see. Wishing, rainbowing, toy tiger adventure. There we go. Wishing, rainbowing, toy tiger adventure. So now I have... Okay, so that gives me 3 different ones that I've made. I've got wishing, rainbowing, toy tiger adventure. I've got truth box, put the hat down, sing yes. And I've got this first one, whisper fun, she said, I understand, I remember. I think I'm going to go with this first one right here. Whisper fun, she said, I understand, I remember. So now what I'm going to do is I don't need these guys anymore. I put these out of the way. And remember, this is just how I am doing it. Teachers, if you need to change it for your class, that's fine. And then I'm just going to glue this down on my paper. So can you see that paper all right? Yep. So I'm going to take my glue stick. Okay, that's mine. And you might think, Mr. Young, that doesn't make sense. But it kind of does make sense because people will read them and they'll try to make sense out of them. They'll try to say whisper fun. Oh, that sounds like friends whispering, she said. Okay, so my friend is she. I understand, I remember. People will, even if you think it doesn't really make sense, people are going to be into it. They're going to try to read them. They're going to try to make them make sense. Last thing I need is my name on it. And that is that. All right, so that is going to be our first big project study, copying the work, kind of copying, of Adam Pendleton. Maybe we won't call it copying. Maybe we'll call it being inspired by Adam Pendleton. So we're taking that idea of making art out of words and the idea of the magnetic poetry, and you're going to make your little poem for me, and you're going to glue it down on a piece of paper, and you're going to write your name on it, and then your teacher will collect all of them and give them to me. And once I have them, I will take your words and I will format it in a poster size, something that make it look cool, make it a little bit like his art, and then we'll hang them all over the school so people can see them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the cool, interesting poems that you guys make and how you guys rise to the challenge of not being able to use any words you want, of only being able to use a certain small set of words. So I look forward to seeing your work, and I'll see you at the next lesson.